Hey everybody, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the Yakima OffGrid Roof Cargo Basket here today on our 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. Now guys, it's gonna be a great way of giving yourself some storage space on top of your vehicle. So as you load up 4 people on here, and you start getting your personal items in your Jeep, definitely gonna run out of room very quickly. So this is gonna be a great way of going ahead, getting those duffel bags, getting those coolers, whatever else might be taking up a ton of room inside our vehicle, getting up on our roof. That way we have all that space to go ahead and relax on those drives. Now it is gonna be very stylish, of course. You guys can see here on the side, probably the best looking roof carrier we got out there in my opinion, but it doesn't just stop there. It does have capability as well. With 165 pounds weight capacity on here, I don't think we're gonna have any trouble throwing up anything we need to. We're talking duffel bags, coolers. This can also be great if you have any kids in doing any kind of sports, you know, their duffel bags get a little gross. Can be nice to go ahead, toss them up on there. That way you don't have all that sink getting inside your vehicle. It is going to have that black powder coat on there that's going to go ahead and make it last for a long time. Now with that, it's always nice to go ahead and be a little gentle with that black powder coat. It'll hold up for a long time, but if you start really scratching it and gouging it, you're definitely going to kind of lessen the look of it. Going to start seeing rust marks at that point. However, if we're treating it right, it'll treat us right and be ready to last for a long time. You also have these adapter bars here at the top. Those guys, as we're going to give you a closer look later, they're going to give you a great way of going ahead and put like maybe a bike carrier or a kayak carrier on top of your off-grid. And that really starts saving space, right? Because this guy, a little bit more of a wider carrier. You can probably fit something on the other side if you really kept it to one side of it. If you're really looking for something though, to go ahead and leave about half of or more of your vehicle open for more accessories, we're talking those really big kayak carriers, maybe a saddle style. Highly recommend taking a look at the Yakima Skinny Warrior. That's going ahead and giving you a longer profile and keeping that width down. That way you can fit your accessories on the other side. But like we said with this guy, you can just go ahead, put them right on top, and they'll be right there. They also work as kind of compartmentalizers, little dividers. Just go ahead and get all your storage needs kind of situated. Well, it doesn't take us too long to actually get this guy on the Jeep. Let's go ahead and see how we can get it installed. Now, one awesome thing about the Yakima OffGrid, doesn't take any time at all to get installed. We've already gone ahead and done 3 of our other foot pads. Very easy to go ahead, get your grid in position of wherever you want it. One thing I will say, can be nice to go ahead and kind of walk it, side shuffling it. You can't end up kind of scraping the black powder coat on both your carrier and potentially your other roof rack. So that can be a nice way of avoiding that. Once you do have it in position though, these guys actually shift across. Now, hard for me to show it here as we are a little pinned already, but there you guys can see it can shift around this entirety of our grid here. So you're gonna have no trouble getting it in position. We're gonna take our rubber coated metal stripping here. That's gonna go around our bar, back up into position here. That's gonna go around our bar here, as you guys can see. And then that's going to go back up into position here. We simply want to slot this up into here. And as you guys see, I have a little bit of resistance at keeping me from doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself a little bit more room to do so. I'm just going to loosen my bolt here until I feel like it's a decent resistance, yes, but to where I'm not going to break anything. So that's nice and secure. Now I can bring my other plate back across. Once I actually get it loaded up, don't know why it's fighting me here. I think I'm binding myself up on it. So let's go ahead and try to fix that together here, guys. There we go. Alrighty, so I was just getting caught a little bit. So I can go ahead, bring down my plate now, shift this over, and there we are, nice and installed. Now the only step is if you guys want to go ahead and put yourselves in some locking cores. Now that we have it installed, we can go ahead and take a closer look at our cargo basket. Inside here, well, I guess on top, again, here's those better look right there at that adapter bar. Again, that's gonna be awesome. Going ahead and put some other accessories on there. And of course, you can go ahead and kind of use it as a good backer to go ahead and actually hold your stuff in place. Now, you guys probably noticed this big open end here. Now, that's actually kind of cool for me. I like it that I actually have the option of going ahead and putting those longer items I might need. And of course, with all these great little contact points here on the side, even on the inside, we're gonna have no trouble appropriately tying this down with a cam buckle or ratchet strap. Can have no trouble at all going ahead and really securing our stuff. And again, too, these bars can be used. You can transpose them back here and actually get them to hold that backing plate. Can be a nice little thing if you're worried about your cooler shifting around in here. At the front too, you do have a little fairing. This guy's great because it, of course, gives you a little bit of wind resistance, cuts down that drag. I'm sorry, kind of cuts down the drag, hopefully getting all that wind going up around it. Now it does kind of act as a little mini bug splatter windshield as well, which is great. And it's very easily taken off. All you have to do, pull this guy right there, going around it just like so, and all those clips can easily be removed. Like we said, they can go in tandem with this big open end, get those longer items hanging through there with no problem. But let's go ahead and actually see what kind of dimensions we're working with here today. So let me go ahead and take my tape measure here. Going for our max width first is going to be putting us right at about 38 inches, guys. About 37 3/4 to 38 inches there for that width. For our length, going from the top of the fairing there to the very end, let me go ahead and get that, is going to be putting you right about 40 inches there, about 40.5 inches really to the very end. Now keep in mind, you got a little bit of a longer kind of divot on the inside, but we just want to give you guys that max kind of width that you guys are actually getting from when it's not interacting with the fairing. We also have a depth to kind of watch here. So from one of our guys here, let me go ahead and just get this reading really quick. Yeah, that's going to put you about 4 3/4 inches of depth there for you guys to the very top here from the top of your bar system. Now the other thing we want to watch out for, how much height we're actually adding on with our carrier here. So the top of my bar is actually going to be my highest point. So I'm going to go from my roof rack here today, as you guys are probably going to have maybe something different at home. Maybe you have the exposed rack, or maybe you have any other kind of crossbar. Let me get this measurement really quick and I'll turn it back to you guys. Yeah, that's looking right at 6.5 inches to the very top of this bar right there. It actually is adding just a little bit from here. So that's gonna be 6.5 like we said. So keep that in mind, take that and add that to your roof rack height on your own vehicle at home. Well guys, hopefully after taking a closer look of the off-grid, you become a bigger fan of it just like I have. It's kind of giving you that best of both worlds kind of feel. It's sporty, it looks good, but it also is capable of hauling things, which is awesome. I like that I can take that fairing out. Gonna have no trouble getting kind of planks of wood, stand-up paddle boards, anything in there really. Kind of world's my oyster kind of thing. And those adapter bars on top becomes awesome. You guys can see it definitely takes up a little bit of room there on the vehicle. Now, like we said, you can shift it over to the edge and you just don't really have that much room on the other side. Maybe great for an awning, potentially a J-style kayak carrier. However, great that we have the option of just throwing it up on top for ourselves. Now, one thing I will say, you guys can see we have a ton of space here still on the Jeep to actually utilize on that back end, tons of space. There actually is an extension available that you can go ahead and plug in right here and give yourself about 18 inches more of a spread. So about almost 2 feet is going to be great of just actually fully utilizing the amount of space we have on our roof. I highly recommend that. I definitely think that that's going to be the play to go to. And one last little thing, the locking cores on it really sell it for me. I love that I can go ahead and make sure that my carrier is attached to my vehicle. It's not going to be going anywhere. And what's awesome too, we can get those key-alike to any other kind of Yakima accessories we might have. Hitch, bike racks on the back, on the hitch, tons of other options as well, tons of accessories to go ahead and get them key alike, and that's always just a nice little option to have. Well guys, I think that about does it for our look at the Yakima OffGrid roof mounted cargo basket here today on our 2020 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited. I'm Bobby, thank you for watching.